Connor Kids Economic Concepts 5, our last session in Module 1. In Lesson 5, we saw just how important money is as a medium of indirect exchange. But we also saw that there are so many different things that we use as money or have used in the past. So how do we decide what to use as money? And what happens to our money when we do decide to adopt it? In this session, we will look at 3 economic concepts that can help us to understand this. 1. Salability. 2. Stock to flow. And 3. Monetary premium. First, salability. If you wanted to buy this football from a friend, what do you think they would be most likely to accept in exchange? 10 of these? Or a handful of these coins? He couldn't possibly finish 10 of these, and, more to the point, they would quickly melt so he couldn't save them. The ice cream could not store value, and therefore he would most likely prefer the coins, because he knows he can use them to buy anything else he wants later, including an ice cream. The more something can hold its value over time, the more likely it will be accepted as a medium of exchange. We call this salability across time. Now, let's suppose your friend lives at the other side of town. The ice creams are definitely a no-no now. Whereas, you will easily be able to carry the coins in your pocket and hand them to him. The more transportable something is, the more likely it will be used as a medium of exchange. We call this salability across space. But what if your friend lived in another country where your coins aren't accepted as a medium of exchange? For something to be saleable across space, it also needs to be useful and understandable to people we may not know. Now let's suppose you wanted to buy a chocolate bar. But all you had is these bars of gold, each one worth many, many bars of chocolate. But not divisible. Again, the coins come in handy. Even if they are also made of gold, they are in smaller pieces. This makes it easier to exchange them for low or high value items. We call this salability across scales. So, for salability across time, we need something that is durable and relatively scarce, so that it holds its value over time. For salability across space, we need it to be portable, easily verifiable by others, and exactly equivalent and interchangeable with other units. And for salability across scales, we need something that is easily divisible and compoundable so we can use it to buy practically anything. It follows that the more saleable something is, the more people will want to use it as money. Now let's take a look at stock to flow and how this can affect how saleable something is. Stock refers to how much of something already exists and is available for use, like this stack of papers. Whereas, flow refers to how much new supply of something is being created and added to the existing stock. If something is durable, like gold, its stock will last for a long time. But if something is perishable, like an apple, the useful stock will go down over time. Just like the coins we saw earlier, if the stock of something is durable, it will be more saleable across time because it can store value. But now, let's suppose we start producing more and more of these coins. The supply would go up and up. And, over time, its stock would go down and down when compared to the growing new supply, or flow. We already know that when supply goes up, price comes down. The same is true with low stock to flow because it becomes less and less scarce. And because they would cease to be a good store of value, the coins would become less and less saleable. Let's close Module 1 by taking a look at monetary premium. Suppose you and your friends started using Lego bricks as a medium of exchange. Suddenly, Lego bricks provide you with utility other than building models like this one. You can now exchange them for many other things that give you utility, like donuts. Lego bricks are now more saleable. This means you'll probably demand more Lego bricks than you might have done before they became a medium of exchange. And we already know that the more we demand something, the higher our subjective valuation of it will be, and this will push up its price. The difference between what you would pay for a Lego brick now and what you would have paid before is its monetary premium. As something begins gaining adoption as money, demand for it will increase as it becomes more and more saleable. As demand keeps growing, this pushes up its monetary premium, acting as a signal to others of its growing salability. Demand again increases, pushing the monetary premium ever higher until adoption stabilizes. With that, we conclude Module 1 and encourage you to get straight on with Module 2, in which we will consider how well our different forms of money perform. But first, time for an Econa quiz.